Trash talk is a huge part of MMA, often hyping up fights and boosting fighters' profiles. However, it can sometimes have serious consequences. I'm Jin from Beyond the Octagon, and in today's video, we'll explore 10 instances where trash talking didn't go as planned. Starting off at number 10, we have Donald Cerrone versus Alexander Hernandez. Alexander Hernandez was a fresh face in the UFC, with only 2 fights under his belt before facing the seasoned Donald Cowboy Cerrone. In the pre-fight press conference, Hernandez didn't hold back, making bold statements about Cerrone.
I see myself facing an insecure little lad swinging on a saddle with a pop gun and a feather in his hat. You didn't have much to say either, partner. I'll tell you this, little friend, I'll be sending your geriatric ass and yeehawing back to the stables on Saturday. Unlike old day drinking Don over there who's got mixed mistresses and a number of extracurricular activities to hide from the greatest fear in his life, which is in front of him, I focus on one thing and one thing only. I know I'm going to be a champion. He's number 2. He's always been number 2. I'm going to be number 1. There's a difference between watching a man on the screen and watching him stand across from you. And there will be none of that respect upheld. I won't respect his space. I won't respect the air he's breathing. And I'm going to press and break him in the octagon. It's a completely different world now. Everything's changed.
Cerrone, unfazed by the trash talk, decided to let his actions speak louder than his words. In the octagon, he delivered a dominant performance, securing a TKO victory in the second round, effectively silencing Hernandez.
It drives me so crazy how these guys are in the back. We're standing right next to them. They don't say nothing. All of a sudden they get in front of the cameras, in front of you guys. They can just run. They just free speech. No. That's not me. I'll track you down, beat the out of you. Yeah. Now we're street fighting, motherfucker, and I ain't no breath. Sorry, that's probably your guys' new headline, but.
Number 9, Curtis Blaydes versus Justin Willis. Curtis Blaydes and Justin Willis were set to clash in the co-main event at UFC Fight Night 148 in March of 2019. Willis didn't hold back his opinions about Blaydes, making his feelings known loud and clear.
So that's what you said about Curtis, that he's just boring all around.
He's a boring person, man. A straight beta bill.
Who threw the first stone with this?
Hey, he's in my scope, man. That's all that matters, man. None of these heavyweights matter until they're in my scope.
I'm gonna whoop his ass, point blank period. I'm gonna go in there and do what I do. That's to break him down and hopefully get him out of there. If not, make him look really silly.
During the face-off, Blaydes' dad could be heard yelling in the background, and Willis took notice, dragging Blaydes' dad into the trash talk, making it personal for Blaydes.
He disrespected my father. I was all good until then, but when he disrespected my father, I held on to that.
So that became personal?
Yes.
However, Willis's taunts backfired. Blaydes dominated the fight, winning by unanimous decision. This defeat was a turning point for Willis, eventually leading to his release from the UFC.
Big Titty, go home. Go home, work on your wrestling. Go home. I'm sure he needs a new job because I know he's been released by the UFC. I'm very proud that was one of the main reasons about that. So.
Number 8, Tyron Woodley versus Kamaru Usman. In March of 2019, Tyron Woodley faced Kamaru Usman at UFC 235. Woodley's confidence was high, to the point where he seemed to dismiss Usman's abilities entirely.
Kamaru,
March 2nd will be the day.
Kamaru, what you gonna do better than me?
Everything.
You gonna out-wrestle me?
Everything.
If we get in the octagon and I can throw no punches, no knees, no takedowns, no submission, I would kick your ass and just wrestle, flat out. When it come down to striking, I would knock you out, flat out. When it come down to grappling, I would break your arm, flat out. There's nothing you can
bring that energy.
in. I'm
March
faster
2nd, bring
than
that
you,
energy.
I'm stronger than you, and I promise you, if you come at less than 100%,
March 2nd, bring that energy.
You would think about, you would reconsider fighting everything.
Bring that energy.
However, on fight night, Usman showcased his skill and determination, delivering a dominant performance that led to a unanimous decision victory over Woodley. Number 7, Ben Askren versus Jorge Masvidal. Ben Askren's trash talking of Jorge Masvidal before their bout at UFC 239 has become legendary in the MMA community, and for good reason.
And George needs to know, I don't get full on a 3-piece and a soda. He better bring the whole damn family meal for that night. You are not really secure with your own masculinity that you see. Oh my gosh, he said something. I need to go prove I'm tough. Hi-yow. I am tough. Well, you know, there's some guys, and this is where there's wrestling MMA, you grab a hold of them, and they're just not strong at all. And you think, there is no way in God's green earth this guy could do anything to me. It's totally impossible. I will do whatever I want to this person. I will dominate them. I will humiliate them. And when I grabbed George, Even though I was only 2 months into my MMA career with no fights, that's how I felt.
Unfortunately for Askren, he didn't get the chance to back up his words. Masvidal delivered the fastest knockout in UFC history, ending the fight just 5 seconds into the first round with a spectacular flying knee. Number 6. James Vick versus Justin Gaethje. Heading into their bout at UFC Fight Night 135 in 2018, James Vick and Justin Gaethje engaged in a heated exchange of trash talking, especially during the pre-fight press conference.
Yeah, I'm not the Homer Simpson of MMA like you are, bro. I'm not gonna take a beating, but you will get knocked out. You take 10 significant strikes per minute. That's 50 shots a round. That you ain't lasting 3 rounds of me taking all that beating like that. You're 29 years old and you're punch drunk and slurring when you talk, bro. So you're getting knocked out. No, I'm not gonna stand like a retard and fight the.
So you're gonna run like a bitch.
But you are gonna get slapped. You're gonna get knocked out within 3 rounds for sure.
Both fighters traded barbs, but Vick's words will come back to haunt him. Gaethje knocked out Vick in the first round, delivering a decisive victory. Despite the outcome, Vick didn't regret his pre-fight antics.
You know, I felt like I did a better job shit talking, you know, but I mean, if I win that fight the way he wins that fight, I'm an overnight superstar, you know, because of that. So I wouldn't change anything. You know, I took my shot and I blew it. You know, I dropped the ball, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, closed mouths don't get fed. I would have never got that fight if I wouldn't have did all that.
Number 5. Derek Brunson versus Israel Adesanya. In November of 2018, Derek Brunson was set to fight Israel Adesanya at UFC 230. Brunson had a lot to say about Adesanya, focusing mainly on his physique.
Israel, you're skinny, bro. Hey, you better lift some weights, man. You're skinny as hell. I'm not worried about you. I'm an All-American wrestler.
I might be the ugliest, but I'll whoop your ass any
for
day.
3 rounds, bro, till I finish you. Hey, you built like a senior citizen. I'm not worried about you, boy.
The trash talking escalated when they encountered each other at a bar. Confident in his abilities, Brunson even claimed he could finish Adesanya in the first round.
I think I get him out of there in the first round. I think I finish him in the first round. Whether it's, take him down a couple times and then he's worried about takedown and I catch him with a left, or whether I take him down, trap his arms like Khabib and I finish him. Because I'm the type of guy, when I take you down, I'm going to maul you. So I think I get him out of there pretty quick.
However, Adesanya turned Brunson's prediction on its head by securing a TKO victory in the very first round, making a strong statement with his performance. Number 4. Michael Bisping versus Luke Rockhold. Heading into their fight at UFC 199, there was obvious reason bad blood between Michael Bisping and Luke Rockhold stemming from their previous encounter in the octagon. With Rockhold's original opponent and the next substitute both pulling out due to injury, Bisping seized the opportunity not only to seek revenge, but also to claim the middleweight title. Rockhold was confident that the outcome would mirror their last bout and made no secrets of his expectations.
You're just an average bloke. You're just an average bloke.
Good use of English.
I'm a samurai. I'm gonna come in there silent, undetected, and I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna make my kill, and I'm gonna fucking be out.
You're making a
I'll be out on the next contract. Watch me. I know you can't see straight, but you obviously can't think straight either.
I'm gonna knock you out every time we fight. Absolutely incorrect, my friend.
Number 3. Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Rose Namajunas. Leading up to their fight at UFC 217, Joanna Jędrzejczyk was relentless with the mental warfare against Rose Namajunas. She didn't just trash talk, guys. She delved into sensitive topics like Rose's mental health and tried to play the role of a boogie woman. Despite the intense psychological tactics,
Boogie Woman is coming tomorrow, and she doesn't know what's coming. And I have a surprise for you guys. Don't blink tomorrow. Believe me, I put on such a great camp. Boogie Woman is coming for you.
You are not stronger mentally. You are mentally unstable, and you are broken already, and I will break you in the fight.
The outcome of the fight remained unaffected. Rose Namajunas stunned everyone by winning via TKO in the first round. Number 2. Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen is known for his trash talking, and he didn't disappoint in the lead up to his first fight against Anderson Silva in 2010. Sonnen's trash talk was as intense as expected.
I've heard of you. Now, I didn't know I'd ever meet you, but ladies and gentlemen, this is Anderson Silva's fan. I heard that he had one. He's got a black belt under the Nogueira brothers. I think a black belt under the Nogueira brothers is saying I got a free toy at my Happy Meal. I don't really understand what the big deal is.
Well,
if we're playing in a hypothetical world and Anderson's able to beat me, that's not going to mean Anderson's that good. That just means I'm that bad.
He backed up his words with a strong performance, but ultimately lost to Silva via triangle choke in the 5th round. This defeat only fueled Sonnen's fire, and he continued to trash talk Silva, leading to a rematch in 2012.
And, I'm going to Brazil. I will be there. We have a press conference there on Tuesday. So I'm trying to smooth things over with these guys, but I don't exactly know how, right? So I packed a suitcase full of gifts, full of things from America that they don't have. I'm trying to merge. Yeah, I'm trying to merge the two countries in a way, that maybe we can work together. For example, I bought packets of soap for them. Because I know they don't.
Some parallel universe, you can hit a man 300 times, he wraps his legs around your head for 8 seconds, and they call him the winner. I am the middleweight champion. I defended my championship tonight for the first time, and I am willing to give Anderson a shot at the true belt, the linear belt, the people's belt from the best damn middleweight there's ever been.
By then, Silva was better prepared for Sonnen's challenge, securing a TKO victory in the 2nd round and silencing his rivals talking for good. And finally guys, at number 1, and you've probably guessed it, we've got Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. The fight between Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov is legendary for reasons beyond just the bout itself. The tension escalated when Khabib's team confronted Conor McGregor's friend Artem Lobov after Lobov called Khabib derogatory names. Conor responded by assembling a group of 40 people and attacking Khabib's bus, resulting in the infamous Dolly incident. Leading up to the fight, McGregor used the pre-fight press conference to not only trash talk Khabib, but also promote his Proper 12 whiskey, with the trash talk reaching personal levels.
It's another day, setting the bar high and knocking it out of the park. I plan on knocking that man's nose straight into the nosebleeds. That's what's going to happen on Saturday night.
Because if that bus door had have opened, this man would be dead right now. He would be in a box, and I would be in a cell. Proper 12! Proper Irish whiskey from a proper Irish animal! He's a glass jaw. The Chechens, my Chechen friends, the Vainaki soldiers, they told me that they have chicken jaws in Dagestan. I'll tell you some buzzer parties. I never knew. You mad backwards cunt. You're dead when I get my hands on you, do you hear me? Shut your mouth, mate. You're a dope.
In a brutal and unforgettable match, Khabib eventually submitted McGregor in the 4th round with the neck crank. But the drama didn't end there. After the fight, Khabib leapt out of the cage and started a brawl with Dylan Dennis in the crowd, reportedly spurred on Dylan Dennis's alleged slurs throughout the fight, according to TMZ. And with that guys, we conclude our rundown of 10 epic UFC moments when trash talking backfired. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.